Hello everyone, welcome back to Total Parivar Health, and this is Dr. Soumya. Hope everybody is doing fine and safe from COVID-19. We hear a lot of people telling that their blood sugars are high and they had a recent heart attack, or they have been admitted due to kidney failure, or they have been started on dialysis, or they can have blindness and hearing loss. But what are the reasons for all this? See, it is mainly due to raised blood sugars, which is known as diabetes. Diabetes has become a worldwide epidemic these days, and India is the second most common affected country in the world next to China with diabetes. Around 77 million people are being affected with diabetes at present in India, and by 2025, roughly 135 million people will be affected with diabetes. So what exactly is diabetes? See, in a normal human body, there is a balance between the glucose metabolism, that is absorption, synthesis and distribution, that is the peripheral uptake, which is done by a hormone called insulin. Insulin is mainly secreted by the beta cells of pancreas, which is an organ which is located below the stomach. So when there is either decreased secretion of insulin, or when the insulin doesn't act on the peripheral tissues, causes diabetes. Diabetes can be either type 1 or type 2. Type 1 diabetes, that is, there is autoimmune destruction of beta cells of pancreas. So there is no much insulin secretion. So this leading to diabetes. This is most commonly seen in children. Next is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes, most common reason is insulin resistance. That is, there can be a sufficient amount of insulin, or there can be decreased secretion of insulin, but there is decreased uptake of glucose in the peripheral tissues like muscles, adipose tissue and liver. So what are the causes for this insulin resistance? See, insulin resistance can be due to the fat cells, that is fat around the belly, so that is most commonly seen in obesity, and can also be due to inflammatory cells which blocks these receptors. See, basically insulin acts on these peripheral tissues through receptors called insulin receptors, through a signaling pathway. Here insulin per se doesn't enter the cells, but it allows the glucose, a lot of chain reactions happens at this receptors, which opens the receptors and lets the glucose inside the cells. So when these receptors are blocked by fat cells or inflammatory cells, and also called IGF-1, that is insulin growth factor 1, the insulin doesn't act on these receptors and glucose uptake doesn't happen, leading to insulin resistance. So what are the other causes for type 2 diabetes? That is family history. In any of our family members, like our parents or siblings, has diabetes, then the person is more prone for diabetes if they don't check their diet and lifestyle modifications. Then physical inactivity and sedentary lifestyle also leads to diabetes, and other causes are stress, sleep, which causes hormonal imbalance, leading to glucose metabolism imbalance. And in women, PCOD and gestational diabetes are very common. When they have this, they are more prone for diabetes. In gestational diabetes, due to cortisol and progesterone, progesterone has anti-insulin effect, so they are more prone for diabetes. And PCOD, as you all know, there is insulin resistance in PCOD, so leading to diabetes at a later stage. So if you have diabetes, so what are the symptoms you can present with? See, you can have increased thirst, where you feel like drinking more water, or you can have frequent urination. This happens because excess water from the cells is drawn into the blood because of glucose. So this causes thirst and urination, and you also feel more hungry and you feel like eating more, and you feel like and you can also have more prone for infections like urinary infections, kidney infections, or any infection which has caused on the legs like ulcer, which doesn't heal immediately. So once you have all these symptoms, it is always better to go for the blood test. So what are all the blood tests you can do? See, one you can do fasting glucose levels and post-meal 2-hour glucose levels, and also HbA1c. HbA1c indicates the glycated hemoglobin, your blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar levels are more, your glucose goes and binds to the hemoglobin, so which causes increased HbA1c level. See, normally your blood sugar should be around 70 to 100 in fasting state and more than less than 140 in post-meal, that is after 2 hours. But in diabetes and pre-diabetes, the fasting level will be between 110 to 126, and in diabetes it is more than 126 milligram per deciliter. In postprandial pre-diabetic stage, it will be between 140 to 200, and in diabetes more than 200. And your HbA1c level normal value will be less than 5.6. Anything between 5.6 to 6.4 will be your pre-diabetic stage, and more than 6.5 is diabetes, which is a concern. So if you have symptoms, it's always better to get the blood test at the earliest. And also during insulin resistance, your insulin levels will be on the higher side, so it is always better to do fasting insulin with all these blood tests, fasting insulin and glucose tolerance test. So how to manage diabetes and reverse diabetes, we'll be taking up in the next video. To get more updates from our channel, you can subscribe to our channel, and you can write to us at totalparivaar@gmail.com if you have any queries. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.